Good morning, students. This is the last video for the quadratic equation. Okay. Now in quadratic equation, what all we did? Let's have a summary of this chapter. We started to know what is quadratic equation. How do we get to know if the given equation is a quadratic equation? The general formula of a quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c, which is nothing but ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This is the general formula of a quadratic equation where a is not equal to 0. The moment when the degree of an algebraic equation is 2, then it becomes a quadratic equation. Now when the degree is 2, we have two solutions. Two solutions on two roots. We have two solutions on two roots. Now how do we get the values of x? There are four methods. The first one is factorization method. Second one is completing square method. Third one is formula method. And the fourth one is graphical method. However, we are doing factorization method, formula method, graphical is, we will do that. And fourth one is nature of roots. Why are we checking the nature of roots? Just to check if we get the values of x, a real number or an imaginary number. What kind of values of x we get? Sometimes we may get the values of x as equal, which is nothing but b square equal to 4ac. If b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, then again we will get the same real number but two different roots. If b square minus 4ac is less than 0, then we get an imaginary numbers which is not a real number. Now what is b square minus 4ac? B square minus 4ac is called as discriminant of a quadratic equation. Now let's get into the final exercise, which is 10.4. Let's see what do we have in this. Now in exercise 10.4, find the nature of roots of the following quadratic equation. If the real root exists, find them. Again, let me do 3x squared minus 4 root 3 plus 4 equal to 0. Now this is the quadratic equation. They are asking to check the nature. If they exist, then find the values of x. Now here, what is the value of a? A is 3. B is minus 4 root 3. And c is 4. What is the discriminant? It is b square minus 4ac. b square is minus 4 root 3 whole square minus 4 into 3 into 4. Now 4 root 3 whole square is nothing but 4 square into 3 minus 4 into 4 into 3, which is nothing but 48 minus 48 equal to 0. So when nature of roots equal to 0, we get real and equal roots. Okay? Real and equal roots. Remember this. Now let's see the values of x. Now the formula x is equal to minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac divided by 2, which is nothing but, what is the value of minus b? It is minus 4 root 3 plus or minus, what is the value of b square minus 4ac? It is 0. It's 0 divided by 2 into 3, which is nothing but 4 root 3 divided by 6. 2 2s are 2, 3s are, which is nothing but 2 root 3 divided by 3. This is the value we get for x. See, we don't have two different roots. It's the same roots for the values of x. Now in the second main, find the values of k for each of the following quadratic equation so that they have two equal roots. Now they have given the equation kx x minus 2 plus 6 is equal to 0. Now, is this a quadratic equation? Because first we have to simplify this. Once when we get the degree as 2, only then we get into the formulas. If I multiply, I get kx squared minus 2kx plus 6 is equal to 0. Now it looks like a quadratic equation. Now what is the value of a? A is k. B is minus 2k. See, you just have to ignore x, and c is 2. Let's see the nature of roots now. Now in the question, they have clearly told that it has equal roots. That means b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Why? Because equal roots. B square is minus 2k minus 4 into a is k into 2 is equal to 0. Done. This is 4k squared minus 8k is equal to 0. Now here, if I take 4k squared is equal to 8k, correct? Now, on both sides, 1k gets cancelled. So k is 8 by 4. So the k is how much? 8 by 4 is 2. This is now we get the value of k. Now once when you get the value of k, put it here. In place of k, put the value of 2. You get 2x squared minus 4k plus 6 is equal to 0. Done? Now, get the value of a, 2, b minus 4, c is 6. Once when you get these values, apply formula method, you should get the values of x. And this is given for 2 marks. Is it possible to design a rectangular mango group whose length is twice its breadth and the area is 800 meters square? See, area they have given us 800 meters square. This is 4.3, 4.4, 10.4. Area is 800 meters square. If I take length into breadth, it is 800 meters square. Now they are also given whose length is 2 times breadth. Length is 2 times breadth. Now this is equation 2. This is equation 1. Equation 2 in 1 we get, in place of L, right, 2b into b is equal to 800 meters square. You get b square is 800 divided by 2. B square is equal to 400. So b is equal to plus or minus root of 400. So b is 20. If b is 20, length is 2 into 20, length is 40 and 20. Now what is the question they are asking? If so, find the length. We got the length and breadth. Now the next one. Is the following situation possible? If so, determine the present ages. Let's see what we have. The sum of the ages of two friends. Let's see. First is x. Second is y. And they are telling sum of the ages of two friends as per statement. X plus y is 20. Done? This is the first equation. 4 years ago, the product ago means back. 4 years ago, the product of their ages in years was 48. That means 4 years ago. 4 years ago means first one will be x minus 4. Second one will be y minus 4. Now they are telling that the product of these two, x minus 4, y minus 4 is equal to 48. Then, now in this equation, this is x is equal to 20 minus 1. You can put this value here. In place of x, write 20 minus 1. 20 minus 1 minus 4 multiply y minus 4 is equal to 15. Then 20 minus 4 is 16 minus 1, and then 1 minus 4 is equal to 58. 16 into 1, 16 5, minus 16 4, minus y square plus 4y is equal to 48, which is nothing but, how much is this? 25 minus 64 minus y square is 48. Shift everything to this side. It will become 48 plus y square plus 64 minus 25 is equal to 0. It is nothing but y square minus 25. 48 plus 64 is how much? 8 plus 4 is 12, 6, 4, 10, 11. This is the quadratic equation which we just said. Now, either use your formula method or first check for the b square minus 4ac. If it is greater than 0, then get the values of x and y. And you can get the values of, once you get the value of y, substitute that to the x and you will get the ages of both the friends. Okay? And that completes quadratic equation. There's one problem left in exercise 10.4. I want you to try this. And if you have any clarifications in this complete chapter, we can always meet up in the interactive session. Okay? Okay, students, you all have a good day. Take care. Bye.